Good morning, boys and girls. I'm very glad that you're here today to watch our video. I'm going to start with the morning message this morning. And boys and girls, you are getting so good at reading. Mrs. Van Campen and I have been watching your videos of you reading, and it is just amazing. You guys are doing great. So let's take a look at the morning message, and I think that you can read this too. Give it a good try, okay? Here's our greeting to each other this morning, boys and girls. Hi, friends. Hi, friends. Boys and girls, you could write that to one of your friends if you want to write somebody a message today, or write it to your brother or sister, or even write it to your mom and dad. Hi, mom and dad. Hi, friends. You can do that yourself. So our greeting today, hi, friends. Here is a sentence today about what we are talking about this whole week and what your emergent book is about and our experiment that we'll do today. This is the word seed. Seeds. 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 And then what do you think this word could be? It starts with that grow. Grow. Seeds grow. That is the truth. Seeds grow, and we're going to talk about that this week and today too. And our last sentence says, let's plant a, and then what do you think this word is? It matches this word. Seed. Let's plant a seed. Very good. That's what we'll do today. So let's read our whole morning message together, boys and girls. Hi, friends. Seeds grow. Let's plant a seed. And we will get to do that after our story today, a little seed experiment. So our story today, boys and girls, is called One Bean. One Bean. And it's a story about an experiment that a little boy and girl do. They're probably junior kindergarten age, and it's just the same experiment that we are going to do today too. So pay close attention to find out what they do, and then we'll talk about what we can do to grow a seed. I had one bean. It was dry and smooth and hard. And look at this, boys and girls. I have, see if I can show it to you. Oh boy. I have the same as that boy or girl, one bean seed. All right. I hope that you have a seed at home. I asked your moms and dads if you had a seed that you could plant. So I hope everybody has a seed at home that they can plant. I put it on a wet paper towel. I covered it with another wet paper towel, and soon its skin had turned all wrinkly. So look at what this boy is doing. He's taking his paper towel, and he put the seed in there, and he put another paper towel over that and made it just a little bit wet so that the seed starts to get a little bit wet and that shell gets a little wrinkly. My bean had gotten fatter too. I think it got too fat for its skin because the skin split. This meant it was time to plant my bean. All right, boys and girls, for our experiment, we are going to do exactly that, hoping that we can get that bean seed a little bit wet and that skin will split open. I filled a paper cup with black potting soil. Then I laid my fat, wrinkly bean in the cup and covered it with soil. What is another word for soil? Dirt. Dirt can be put in that cup. Ooh, then one day, just like in the story of Jack and the Beanstalk, something wonderful happened. A greenish white stalk popped up from the soil. My bean was dangling from the end of it. And isn't that interesting? God gives that seed some more time, and it kind of dangles from the end of that bean plant. Soon, 2 leaves grew on my bean plant, and these were shaped like Valentine hearts. So the leaves here, and that seed is still hanging in there, still kind of growing along with that plant. More green heart-shaped leaves sprouted, and my bean plant grew bigger and bigger. It needed a bigger place to live and grow. It's growing right out of that pot, getting too big for that pot. I filled a flower pot with potting soil, and very gently, very carefully, I took my one bean with its bright green leaves and roots spreading through the black, moist dirt out of the paper cup. I planted it in the flower pot where it could stay. So that bean got so big that it needed to be planted in a bigger pot. Sunshine shone on it and made my bean plant grow some more. One day, I saw lots of little green bumps on my bean plant, and those little green bumps were buds. Now, one thing they don't really show, boys and girls, is they showed the sun shining on the bean plant, but what else do the boy and girl need to do to make sure that their plant grows? That's right, they need to water their bean too to make sure it grows. The buds burst open and lots of white flowers blossomed among the green leaves. And take a look at that. That's God's order for a bean plant. It starts as little pink kind of flowers that will turn into something. Let's find out what they turn into. When the white flowers fell off, tiny bean pods hung in their place. And before long, there were lots of bean pods growing on my beautiful bean plant. Those tiny bean pods grew bigger, and one day I picked one, and I split it open and looked inside, and what do you think I saw? I saw some smooth and shiny beans, shaped just like the one bean that had started it all. There's that one bean that had started it all, stuck right in that bean plant. That's the part that we can eat. I picked a few pods and ate the beans that grew inside them, and they were very good. All right, boys and girls. So that little boy and girl were able to plant their bean seed just like we're going to do today. So here are the things that we need to plant our seed. And it doesn't have to be a bean. If you don't have beans at home, that is totally fine. I think this will work with a lot of different types of seeds. I have the bean seeds, and I got them just from the garden center, a whole bunch. So we'll plant the rest of these in our garden. So I took a bean seed, and you're also going to need a little paper towel, just like the boy and girl had. So your bean seed, a paper towel, and then a Ziploc baggie. We're going to do it a little bit different than the boys and girls, the boy and girl did in the book. So we're going to put our paper towel in our Ziploc bag, and then we are going to get our paper towel just a little bit wet. So what I did is I took this paper towel, I took another one, and I got it just a little bit wet so that the whole paper towel is not dripping wet, but just has a little bit of moisture in it, okay? And I took the bean seeds and put them right on the outside of that paper towel so that I could see them, and then I zipped it shut, and then I took my bean plant and I hung it. Here's a second one I did because I wanted to make sure that I had maybe 1 or 2 experiments going. Maybe I'll have 3 going just to see how that goes. And I hung it in the window, and I'm going to be able to take a look at those seeds in that window as they grow. Now, another thing, boys and girls, that we're going to do while we're looking at our bean seed is we're going to keep a journal. And our journal is going to kind of walk us through different days and watching our seed and writing about what we see. So I made a paper for your moms and dads that looks just like this. So you'll have this too, a little journal page that you can use. And on our paper it says day 1. So on the very first day, that would be today, take a look at your bean seeds. And it said day 1, my seed. What could you write about your seed? My seed. What do you observe here about your seed? Are they large? Are they small? Are they beans? Are they sunflowers? Are they peas? Are they carrots? Are they brown? Tell me something about your seeds. I'm going to say on my first day of my journal, my seed, and I'm going to say, is a bean. So I'm going to write in these lines, is, and that's one of our sight words, so I think you can figure out that, is a, and then bean says bean. And if you want to try to sound that out, that would be fantastic. I love it when you guys try to sound out words. Do it as best as you can. If you need help, you can take a look and you can copy this if you want for bean. I would like you to try to do it by yourself because that's what we're wanting for kindergarten too. So I wrote, day 1, my seed is a bean. Now that's all I'm going to do for today. Later, I'm going to take out my journal and I'm going to keep watching my seed and I'm going to say, day what? My seed is growing. So every day that I take a look at my seed, I'm going to put a little tally mark on my paper. And I'm going to keep on doing tally marks every day, until I see that my bean plant has started to sprout and is growing. And then on this part, I'll be able to know what number to put here to know when my seed started growing. And then in my journal, I'm going to take this out later and say, day what? My plant, and then give a little explanation of what my plant, not my seed anymore, but my plant is doing. Okay, so boys and girls, that is how you do a journal. You keep writing and writing and writing every day or different days so that you kind of keep a record of things that are happening. And you can do that with anything. You can keep a journal of things that you're doing around your house. You can keep a journal when you're on a vacation and tell what you do each day. So journals are really fun to learn to write in. So boys and girls, I hope that you can plant your seeds, put them on the window, and see if God is going to start growing them for us. Okay? And we'll check back on our seeds later and see what happens. So thank you very much for listening to the video, and thank you for doing this experiment with me. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.